it can really take havoc on the body. Now, you touched on a point that I want to kind of focus on. You said that there's some things we can do to increase our immunity in terms of if it does, God forbid, enter our bodies,
Correct.
how we can kind of fight it. Can you give me what are the basic steps in terms of you would do or you would recommend to your loved ones of what they
Okay.
should be doing in this time? You know,
Sure.
your daughter is saying, "Hey, Dad, what should I do?"
I'll give you everything I know, which really, like, I'm not a doctor, I'm a biochemist, but
Yes.
as a mineral specialist, and I'm a food researcher for more than 43 years. I tested all food around the world. I know exactly how food works. I know exactly which mineral in the food. And that's why I'm so happy to work with Avazera, because Avazera has all the food. I'm not trying to sell here, but believe me, Avazera has all the food which has increased immunity. And later on, I'm going to show how. The
So what
mechanism.
you're saying, Ramis, is then definitely, of course, we know that nutrition has a big impact on our
Oof,
immunity.
big time.
There's a lot of controversy surrounding it because you have people who fall on either side. Some say it doesn't matter what you eat, some say it does matter, but we know, being in this industry way before there was any COVID-19, that immunity is completely affected by your overall wellness, and nutrition is a component of that. And it goes beyond that, because of course I also want you to talk about stress and the havoc it can take when body is under the stress in terms of being susceptible to these type of things.
Sure.
But let's start with nutrition. And as you, most of the callers know, Avazera does specialize in organic superfood, teas, and things that have to do with holistic wellness. Some of the products that we've brought on, we've been using for many, many years. So it's not something we started because of COVID-19. However, I would want to kind of delve a little bit deeper from your expertise opinion of what are some of these foods that we are using and what is the benefit of them. And I'm going to start with the big one because everyone knows you for this. You are the man for this, which is chaga. And chaga, for those of you who may not know, it's a medicinal mushroom. The ones we have come right here from Northern Ontario. And it's been amazing, the feedback we've gotten, Ramis, from people who are using this in the level of energy they're getting, to how they're feeling. But aside from what we know about it, how do you explain the benefits of chaga and how can it help us with COVID?
Okay. Before I go into nutrition, I just want to finish the last slide, because this will make more easy for me to explain later on. Then can we see the last slide, which is...
this one here?
No, this one, the first one.
First one, this one?
Correct. Okay. This is the virus. Okay. You see Shiva, the one with the spike. This spike, like I said, it has a very sticky point, which is this knots around the virus. This virus, to go inside the cell, the human cell, it must go through cell receptors on the cell membrane. This cell receptors called ACE2. This is everywhere inside the skin. That's cell receptors. Okay. Then it must go as a lock and key. Okay. What happened is this lock has to go inside here for the virus to go inside the cell and control the cell. What we want to do, I found some component in food which prevent the virus from going into this docking inside the cell to go inside, docking with these receptors to go inside the cell. This food, thanks to God, Avazera is always listening to bring what's the latest to help people. And I will tell you what food can be happening and what component, to block this cell receptor.